What's good, guys? So you guys know today's the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm going to be bringing you a gang of videos when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So let's go ahead and jump into the menus, and in this video we're actually going to be taking a look at all the different options and all the different menus you can actually have in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So as you can see right here, right off the bat, here is the main menu for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And honestly, if you ask me, I think the main menu for Super Smash Bros. Is absolutely fantastic. I personally like this menu slightly better than the one on Wii U because I always found the one on Wii U a little bit too cluttered, and I think Nintendo made a better job of making this menu slightly less cluttered than the one on the Wii U version. But here's everything on the main menu. You got Smash, you got Games and More, you got Vault, you got Online, you got Spirits, and then you got the Nintendo eShop. And then on the right hand side you can see that there is a bar, and this bar is pretty much there all the time. And this bar gives you just different stuff, like you can see your Spirit collection, you can play local wireless if you have multiple Switches, you got news whenever a new character comes out or a new patch comes out. They will have news right there, and then you have options and help. And one thing to take notice, which I didn't even know before, if you look right below the help on the sidebar, you can see that it actually tells you the time of day. Right now it's currently 11:42 in the morning for me, but you can see it right there. There's where it is right there. I just thought I'd point that out because that's actually a nice detail, and I actually think that's pretty cool having the time there so that you always know what time it is. But let's go into the main menu, which is going to be the Smash menu. Here's where you're going to do everything offline. So you're going to be playing bots and versus matches and things like that. And here's also where the Squad Strike mode is. Here's where you can play 3-on-3 matches or 5-on-5 matches, kind of like tag team right there. So there it is right there. And then you have tourney mode, you have special mode, you have controls. Let's see what is in controls. Here you can have pretty much a custom set out if you want to have a custom set out. And it looks like here's all the different controls you can have in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate right there. You can see you got sideways Joy-Con, you have handheld mode, Joy-Con in the Joy-Con grip, you have the Pro controller, you even have a GameCube controller right there, and that's something pretty cool. Then of course you can go ahead and name yourself. You can leave Rumble on or off. And then of course you have tourney mode. Here's where if you want to set up a tourney, you can set up a tourney right here. And here's all the different options for that. Not really going to go through tourney mode. It's kind of self-explanatory. But here it is right here. You can have up to, I think, what's the maximum? 32 different people on a tournament if you want to have a tournament. You can also have CPUs if you want to have CPUs in the mix. And then here's where Squad Strike is, which is the new mode for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Pretty much what it is 3-on-3 matches or 5-on-5 matches. Every stock you have is going to be a new character. So every time you die in Squad Strike, you're going to become a new character until you run out of characters on your team. Pretty cool concept. That's kind of a concept taken from Super Smash Bros. Wii U, if you think about it, with the whole board game aspect, because they actually had something similar to that in that mode. And then here's Smash. Here's the main versus mode, where you're going to do most of your playing offline with CPUs if you want to practice, or if you don't have internet connection, whatever the case may be. One thing I did notice, you do have to actually use a custom, it does automatically save a custom rule set automatically for you. You can see here's some I've already made. I made one for 1 stock, I made one for 3 stock, Battle Arena, and you can name these too, and you can pretty much have, I think, as many as you want saved. So that's nice. If you have a certain rule set that you want saved all the time, you can just easily go back to it without having to actually try to figure out all those settings all the time when you go back to play. So that's actually very convenient. Let's go ahead and create new rule set. Here's some of the stuff in here. You got time battles, of course. You got stock, you got stamina, and those are ones that's been there in Super Smash Bros. Pretty much forever. And then you got time limit. FS meter is actually a new one, which is pretty interesting. Basically what happens is, instead of getting the smash ball, you have a meter on the bottom of your character. Every time you do damage or something, it pretty much fills up a bar. Once you fill up the bar, then you can use your final smash. So it kind of works a little bit different than your traditional smash ball, but that's still cool. Then you can also play with spirits in this game if you want to play with spirits. Then of course you can choose your CPU level. It only goes up to level 9, but if you want harder CPUs in this game, indeed you can play with harder CPUs. You just have to have Amiibo. Once you have Amiibo, I think you can go up to like level 50, I want to say. Damage handicap, stage selection, and here's all the items for the game. And of course, just like every other Smash Brothers game, you can pretty much customize this to your heart's content. You can turn off items on or off, and you can choose which ones you want to have, and you can change the how often they appear, low, medium, or high, and then there's all the items right there. And then here's some more stuff in advance. You got First to Win 1 Stage Morph, which is a new feature in Super Smash Bros. Pretty much it'll go through random stages during the gameplay. It's kind of jarring when you actually try this, because when you switch stages throughout your battle, it'll actually sometimes be jarring because stages will be a little bit different. So when they morph in to change stage, you might have to readjust to that. But I think it's still a very cool idea. They put Stage Morph in the game just because Stage Morph gives the game a little bit more flavor, and it gives it a little bit more customization. One thing that needed to be in Super Smash Bros. All along, I will admit, has to be stage hazards. Stage hazards should have been in Super Smash Bros. Without a doubt. It pretty much turns off all the hazards that are on a stage. It's pretty much self-explanatory. One of the biggest culprits of the stage hazards had to be the Mega Man stage. The Mega Man Wily Castle stage was annoying with the Yellow Devil. The Yellow Devil was just way too big, and he just got in the way. So I'm glad you can turn off stage hazards whenever you want. That is a must, in my opinion. Should have been there before. Underdog boost, so you can pretty much make it play if you're having problems or you suck at the game and you want to give yourself a little advantage. So they have that, which is new. Pausing is pretty funny. You can turn off and on pausing, so if you're playing in a competitive match, you can't yawn your way through the game if you're trying to play. That's pretty interesting. You can turn off the scores, so damage. So there is a lot of customization when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So that's pretty much it when it comes to everything in the Smash rule set. Let's go ahead and exit out of this mode. Let's see what Special Smash is. Special Smash must be some certain customization rules. You have Super Sudden Death, which is pretty much you start at 300% and then you pretty much instantly die. Smash Down. That must be I think a new mode for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where pretty much you pick a character, but every time you pick characters, you pretty much whittle down the roster, so you can't use the same character over and over. So that's pretty interesting. Every match, the character that you picked won't be available anymore. So it kind of has a little bit more strategy than just picking the same character over and over. Overall, a pretty cool addition to Smash Brothers. Let's see what else we got here in the menus. We got Max Battle 10, so you can customize everything in Smashdown. It looks like so many different customization options. It honestly boggles my mind how much customization this game really does have. It almost makes me wonder if Mario Kart will ever get this much customization. But let's see, here's everything here. And Smashdown, pretty cool up there. Custom Smash, let's see what Custom Smash is. Now granted, the game came out and I haven't touched a lot of this because there is just so much content in Ultimate. Let's see, you can do Mega, Mini, Flower. So this is all stuff that's familiar to you if you ever played a past Smash Brothers, going all the way back, I think, to Melee and even some 64 roots. But yeah, here it is. You can pretty much have different stuff on your character if you want to do that. So that's cool. So yeah, in terms of playing CPUs, there is a lot of customization there. And now let's go ahead and look in Games and More and see what's in Games and More. Classic mode is back, where you pretty much just go through a gauntlet of different matches, and then you get to the end and you face a boss, and that's pretty much it. That's been in a Smash history for quite some time, so that's nothing new there. We have Training Mode. One thing to know, there's no Home Run Derby. Home Run Derby has been removed from this game. I don't really know why it's been removed, but it has been removed. And then there's Mob Smash, defeat an entire army of enemies, and that's not new. That's been in past Smash Brothers games. And then you got your Mii Fighter. Take note, if you do want to play as Mii's, you do have to use the Mii Fighter. So go into Games and More, and then go into Mii Fighters. If you don't go into Mii Fighters and actually click on this, you won't be able to unlock them. So just playing the game randomly, there's no way you're going to be able to unlock these. I thought you could unlock these randomly. They would appear as just like a Mii, then you face them, and then you unlock them like every other character in the game, but that is not the case. You do have to create a character. That is the one exception there. And then here's the Amiibo if you want to use Amiibos. And one thing I did find out out about the amiibo support in this game is you can actually transfer over your data from Super Smash Bros. 4 and Wii U. So that's nice if you have the Wii U or 3DS version of Smash. All your save data from the amiibo will transfer over. Just take note, it did say that you can't go backwards. So once you put them in this game, you can't go back to Smash 4 and Smash 3DS. You will have to create a whole new amiibo for that. Now let's go into Vault, and there's a whole bunch of different options right here. You got movies, pretty much. I'm assuming a lot of these are going to be not Subspace Emissary. They're going to be the World of Light story mode. You're going to get a lot of stuff there. There's the opening cutscene, how to play, very cool stuff right there. Shop, and in this shop, actually, here's where you're going to buy more music for the game, because if you didn't know this, the game doesn't actually come with all of the tracks in the game. You do have to buy certain tracks in the game. So like this, just go ahead and buy them. You get so much currency in this game, it's not really a problem, but I just wanted to throw that out there if you're unaware. Don't forget to go in the shop and check for new music. That's pretty much the only thing that's really going to be super important in the shop, is going to be the music. Then you can also get spirits in here if you want to get spirits. And then you can buy snacks for your spirits and support items for your spirits. But yeah, that's pretty much it in the shop. One thing to take note is, I think you guys already know this, but they removed the trophies in the game, like past Smash Brothers, so you can't look at trophies for fun. The spirits are the trophies of the game. I just want to point that out there. So when you go to shop, you won't see any trophies in there, unfortunately. You'll see some spirits, some musics, and some snacks and food for your spirits. Here's some challenges, which is not new for Smash Brothers games either. Just pretty much what you can think of this as. You can think of this as like achievements for the game. Here's Smash Brothers achievements, and then records. This pretty much tells you all your stats for different characters, how long you've been playing, things like that, how many matches you played, and stuff like that. So there's everything right there. I'm not gonna go through all of that. Milestones, smash tags, and here's all the smash tags that you get for playing online. Pretty much when you beat people online or do certain things, you will steal like their icons, and here's some of the icons I currently have. I think you can actually equip them too, which is actually quite funny. But yeah, here's some stuff right here. You can see all these different people that I've already played, and it actually tells you what region they're from. So you can see most of the people I've beaten so far are American people. I do have a couple of Canadian friends right there. But yeah, there it is right there. It tells you how many wins I have against them as well. Very cool stuff there. Here's the replays where it shows you your replays. I honestly wish they would allow you to allow you to do the video capture from the Switch UI itself, but you can't do that at this moment. You can see in the top left, it says videos cannot be captured for this software. The only reason I say this is because if you use the replay feature in the actual game, the replay feature I think will be disabled every time there is a new patch or a new update for the game, just like Smash 4 and Smash 3DS. You guys remember when there was a new update for the game, it pretty much wiped all recent or all previous replay data unusable, and that absolutely stunk. So that pretty much sucks. Okay, let's go into sounds real quick and see what's in sounds. So it looks like you can make playlist here. I was trying to see in this playlist menu if you can actually make playlist for the game, but as far as I'm aware, when you actually go into a match, I could be wrong about this, but when you go into a match, it just plays the selected music that you have set for that stage, and these playlists are pretty much unusable. I think the only thing the playlists are used for is to actually allow you to listen to music on your Switch. You can listen to it, of course, on a TV, or you can listen to it on the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode, and you can listen to music in standby. There is a button that allows you to play in standby, so that's pretty much why this is available. But it would have been cool if you can use the playlist options to actually make different playlists for different stages. But then again, I understand why, because you can't like use a Zelda themed song on a Mario stage, or a Mario themed song on like a Mega Man stage. It just really wouldn't make sense. So I get that, and there's really no point for that, I guess, to be totally honest. And then here's the music. It's pretty much categorized by different franchises. You can see you got all, if you want to see all of them, 727. That's not all the music in the game. I think there's around 900 tracks, so I'm still very far off from unlocking everything. You got Super Smash Bros. Series, Mario series, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and there's a lot of music in this game. Honestly, if you ask me, there's actually It's almost overwhelming how many tracks are in the new Smash Brothers game. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, you can see I'm unlocking new songs left and right. But here it is right here. That's if you just want to listen to the songs, but if you want to see what songs play on each individual stage, it's going to be in My Music. So go to My Music and you can see all the stages, and then when you click on a stage right here, it brings up all the songs on here, and then you can pretty much choose how often the song appears on the stage when you actually fight on the stage. You can see rarely to often. This is going to be the middle of the ground. You can see there's a little line in the middle, and I'm moving the bar left and right. There it is right there. And yeah, there's a lot of music in this game. So you can literally spend hours and hours and hours just sitting in My Music trying to figure out what songs you want to play on each individual stage, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then here's the voices if you want to hear the characters' voices. So these are pretty much the voices that you're going to hear when you're actually fighting and stuff like that. But here it is right here. Not really going to go through all of that, but yeah, there's the voices of the game. And that's pretty much everything, and I think the vault right there. And then the last thing on the list we have to look at is the online functionality of the game, because they have some stuff in the online functionality of the game which I want to point out. You can see there's help, and I think the help pretty much are not, yeah, the options pretty much gives you the smash tags. When you first jump on online, you're gonna get smash tags, and that's pretty much your ID for the online aspect. You can see you can choose your icon, and just like the music, I must say it's pretty overwhelming how many different types of icons that there are for the online aspect. I can actually see them updating this later down the road when like a new character comes out and stuff like that. I can see them giving us more icons, so that's pretty cool. And you can change these anytime you want for the online mode. As you can see right now, I do have an Inkling picture from Splatoon. I have a squid anyway. You can see my name's Wayne. It says I'm from America. You can change the color of it as well. Then you can also change your taunts right there. You can see I have you. Unfortunately, it looks like you can't make your own custom taunts, so you can't actually use your own words. You have to use preset ones. But that's actually a smart idea, because I know a lot of people online would probably make trolly ones or make curse words or something like that, and it wouldn't be a good vibe. So yes, you have to use custom taunts if you want to use that. So you got to use your own custom taunt messages, and then notifications, and then that's pretty much it in the options for the online. And then let's go to online. You have two different modes here. You have Smash, and then you have Spectate. Of course, Spectate's just going to find a random battle online, and you're just going to spectate it. It's like pretty much self-explanatory. And then you have Smash, and here's where everything lies on online. Background matchmaking, pretty much you pick a set of rules, and then you can play other game modes in the game. Like you can play like classic mode, or you can even play World of Light. You can pretty much play any game mode in the game while it waits for a match, and that's pretty cool. I haven't actually tried that yet, but I think it's pretty interesting right there. But here's the main game mode. You have quick play, and you have battle arena right here. Now I'm actually going to go on a little bit of rant, because I'm actually not happy with the way the online functionality works in this game, if you ask me, and some of my other friends aren't happy about this at all either. Basically, the reason I don't like the way, if you go to quick play real quick, that's the main game mode. You have quick play here. You can see you have solo and you have co-op. Co-op is nice if you have multiple people on your Switch. You can play co-op online, which is nice, just like Mario Kart and just like some other games. But then you have preferred rules, and here's where you set up all your preferred rules. But you can see I have one-on-one on, I have stock on, 2 stocks, 6 minutes, battlefield only, no items on. So I'm pretty much trying to mimic For Glory back in Super Smash Brothers Wii U and 3DS. I'm trying to mimic that game mode, but the problem is when you actually go into an actual match, you don't actually always get the preferred rules that you have set up. I don't know if there's not enough people online that have the same settings as you, or it just goes off of something else. I'm not quite sure about it, but either way, I'm not quite happy about this. I wish they would have left the modes they had before back in 3DS and Wii U. You might be thinking to yourself, yes, it's better that you can choose all your different rules, but let's say you do something super bizarre like have certain items on. There's no way in hell someone online is going to have the same settings as you. It's almost at the point right now where it's like not even 50-50 for me. I would probably say about maybe 30 or 40% of the time I get my preferred rules, and then most of the time what I get is I get a free for all match, and I'm not really a fan of free for all matches. That's why I just wanted to point this out there. So it does kind of suck. I'm kind of forced to play free for all matches. I guess I could play one-on-ones with the CPU, but who wants to sit here all day and play CPU matches with the CPU? It just kind of doesn't make sense, and it's just kind of boring. But yeah, I just thought I'd point that out, and I'm not quite too happy about how they went about this. They should have had 4 glory, 4 fun, and called it a day right there, and then that would have been a-okay with me, because that's all I really care about when it comes to online, to be completely honest. But yeah, there it is right there. And then you have battle arenas. Battle arenas are something a little bit different. You pretty much choose your different you pretty much just find different arenas. You find different arenas, and you can choose what you want on the arenas, like one-on-one, rules, stock, all skill levels, spirits off. And then you go to this list. It's kind of like a server list, and you can see all the different battle arenas that are on, and then you can see how many people are in the battle arenas. You can see in this one, all skill levels, 5 people out of 6 in the lobby, so you can only have 6 people at max in these lobbies. And I'm going to go ahead and click on one of these. You can see his picture's Matt. He has a inkling or squid there. All skill levels. It's one-on-one. Rules 3 stock. 10-minute match. Rotation. Bottom 1 leaves. Stage choice. I'm just going to go ahead and go into this battle. Unable to enter battle arena. That's interesting. But you can see also you can create your own battle arena if you want to create your own battle arena. You can have it friends only, public, one-on-one, team battle, 4-player smash. 4-player smash is the most. You can't have 8-player smash here. Rules, you can change all the rules that you want. I'm going to go to join arena real quickly, and I actually want to show you something quite interesting in battle arena. So let me go ahead and go to just any random battle arena. Let me go to this one. So here's the problem I actually have with the battle arena. Sometimes you can spectate them, and sometimes you can't spectate the match that's going on. So pretty much, you take your icon. You can see my icon at the bottom right. It says Wayne. I grab it, and then I can go in here to enter, but I have to wait my turn until they're done battling. The problem with this is, if the lobby is full, even like 3 or 4 players, the problem is you have to sit here for quite some time and actually go through the mess of just waiting for it, and it can get kind of boring. Sometimes you can spectate, but then other times you can't spectate. And on top of that, I don't understand how this works, because as you can see, there's 2 people in the boxing ring fighting, and they're playing a match, right? But then if you look on the outside of the ring, you can see I'm outside of the ring with this guy, and he's waiting in line to play in this battle arena. But the thing is, why aren't me and him actually fighting each other? It would make sense, because he's waiting and I'm waiting. Why isn't there one-on-one there and then one-on-one there so we can get into a match? And I actually do use this mode quite often, because this is literally like the only way I figured out how to pretty much get my guaranteed one-on-one matches, which does kind of suck. And this thing is just a little bit too... The wait times on this thing are a little bit too long for me personally, and it does kind of suck. Why am I waiting when this guy's waiting too? We could be playing each other. But that's just a little rant right there. And then you can turn off the music right there. You can see who's actually in the lobby. Here's all the people in the lobby. And then you can see on the bottoms, you can see some notifications. Sly left the arena. And then you got my tag right there. You can see I'm Inkling right there, Wayne. And then you can see I have stage. You can choose your stage, and then you can choose your character right there. So that's pretty much how you choose your character at the bottom right. You can choose your stage and your character right there. And there's the waiting room for that. Overall, I must say, when it comes to the online aspect, I'm not too thrilled about what they've been doing with the online. They pretty much failed hard, in my opinion. Some people may not care too much, but personally, I do care, since I pretty much only play this one way when it comes to Smash Brothers, which does kind of suck. Yeah, but there's the online aspect of the game, and yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video. I pretty much showed you all the different menus in the game. Overall, I like the way the menus are set out in this game way better than any other Smash Brothers games. I just love the way they pretty much made everything a little bit more simple and easier to understand. I didn't really go through all the settings, to be completely honest. I didn't show you everything, but I showed you pretty much everything that you would want to see in Ultimate. Anyway, guys, this is Wayne from MyTech News, signing out. Boo!